Visa got slapped with a DOJ antitrust lawsuit. X just released its first full transparency report since Elon Musk took over. And SAG-AFTRA strikes against League of Legends over voiceover company actions. It's Wednesday, September 25th, and this is Engadget News. The Department of Justice filed an antitrust lawsuit against Visa. The lawsuit alleges that the financial firm holds a monopoly over debit network markets, allowing it to charge banks and markets with exorbitant fees that get passed on to consumers and keep rival companies like PayPal and Square from competing on their level. Bloomberg first reported on Monday that the DOJ planned to file an antitrust suit against Visa following a multi-year investigation into Visa's business practices starting in 2020. Visa attempted to acquire the fintech startup Plaid with a $5.3 billion bid, but the DOJ filed a lawsuit blocking the deal, claiming the acquisition would eliminate a competitive threat that challenged Visa's powerful control of debit markets. Visa dropped the bid a year later to avoid any further legal entanglements, but the DOJ continued investigating Visa's business practices. The DOJ alleges in its latest lawsuit that Visa's web of exclusionary agreements with banks and businesses helped strengthen its market dominance and smother any potential competitors. Attorney General Merrick Garland said in a statement that Visa unlawfully amassed the power to extract fees that far exceed what it could charge in a competitive market. Visa's general counsel, Julie Rottenberg, told Engadget in an emailed statement that the DOJ's lawsuit is meritless and that they plan to vigorously defend themselves in court. X has published its most detailed accounting of its content moderation practices since Elon Musk's takeover of the company. The report, X's first in more than a year, provides new insight into how the social media platform is enforcing its rules as it struggles to hang on to advertisers who have raised concerns about toxicity on the platform. The report, which details content takedowns and account suspensions from the first half of this year, shows that suspensions have more than tripled since the last time the company shared data. X suspended just under 5.3 million accounts during the period, compared with 1.6 million suspensions during the first 6 months of 2022. In addition to the suspensions, X says it removed or labeled more than 10.6 million posts for violating its rules. Violations of the company's hateful conduct policy accounted for nearly half of that number, with X taking action on 4.9 million such posts. Posts containing abuse and harassment and violent content also accounted for a significant percentage of the takedowns and labels. While these numbers don't tell a complete story about the state of content on X, it shows that hateful, abusive, and violent content are among the biggest issues facing the platform. Those are also the same issues numerous advertisers and civil rights groups have raised concerns about since Musk's takeover of the company. In the report, X claims that rule-breaking content accounted for less than 1% of all posts shared on the platform. The numbers also suggest there have been significant increases in this type of content since Twitter last shared numbers prior to Musk's takeover. For example, in the last half of 2021, the last time Twitter shared such data, the company reported it suspended about 1.3 million accounts for terms of service violations and actioned about 4.3 million. SAG-AFTRA has called a strike against the video game League of Legends. Under this action, any union voice actors must cease working on the popular multiplayer online battle arena from Riot Games. The union said it has also filed a charge of unfair labor practice against Formosa Interactive, which provides voiceover services for League, with the National Labor Relations Board. Formosa Interactive was one of several high-profile video game companies named in a strike by voice acting talent earlier this year. SAG-AFTRA is working to negotiate with those developers for protections against AI replicas of its members, including those who perform in games. The union alleged that Formosa attempted to cancel a game that was included in the strike, and when they were told that was not possible, they secretly transferred the game to a shell company and sent out casting notices for non-union talent only. SAG-AFTRA charges that these serious actions are egregious violations of core tenets of labor law, that employers cannot interfere with performers' rights to form or join a union, and they cannot discriminate against union performers. League of Legends is just one of the titles where Formosa Interactive provides services. In addition to voiceover work, Formosa Interactive also offers services such as facial capture, sound design, and mixing. It has credits on games including God of War Ragnarok, Apex Legends, Genshin Impact, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Riot Games issued a statement about the strike, saying League of Legends has nothing to do with the complaint mentioned in SAG-AFTRA's press release. We want to be clear, since becoming a union project 5 years ago, League of Legends has only asked Formosa to engage with union performers in the U.S. and has never once suggested doing otherwise. In addition, we've never asked Formosa to cancel a game that we've registered. All of the allegations in SAG-AFTRA's press release relating to canceling a game or hiring non-union talent relate to a non-Riot game and have nothing to do with League of Legends or any of our games. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from senior editor Carissa Bell and contributors Danny Gallagher and Anna Wishenko, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.